Okay, so like I explained before, guys, we're going to be going for NP2 of Oberon here. Like I was saying before, I feel like at least getting NP2 of him is a decent in-between. You guys don't have to feel like you need Oberon, at least to the extent of NP2. You could just grab the single copy and get out. This is more for me looking at doing fun stuff with maybe damage comps and stuff like that, which there are opportunities to do that whenever the devs try to be cheeky and throw like alter egos into some of your farming nodes. It doesn't happen very often, but it is a thing. And still, even in a lot of those scenarios, you might be able to get away with something like, say, a Berserker, or again, just someone that's anti-alter ego. So you don't have to feel like a pretender is your only solution to that. Plus, there are other pretenders coming down the line that could help you even in those circumstances. So don't feel like you have to roll NP2 Oberon. That being said, actually, let me double check to make sure I got everything out of the shop here. Okay, so yes, I've gotten all of my tickets. But there was one other thing I wanted to do first before we began the rolls, chat. I told you I was going to have the luckiest Oberon rolls out of anyone. There you go, chat. No. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, chat. Now we're gonna go roll the other copy. This fucking guy, yeah. All right, now we'll begin the rolls. No, Gamba's not gone. The Gamba will just take effect for this copy. Unless the mods put it in for NP2. Which I didn't tell them I was rolling NP2 before stream, so. If the first multi, does that mean it's a double? Maybe, right? That could certainly be a thing. Also, what did I just see? You just witnessed me spending 10 USOs to get a free Oberon. That is whale rolling right there. That is, oh god, I've gotten so many spooks that I had enough to get a free copy. Song worked? Yeah, song best catalyst. I figured chat would like that. So I was like, let's lead with it. Well, crud, yeah. NP20 John rule CAD, exactly. Also, Kukong, thank you for the follow. I got double rainbow spooked. Ooh, yeah. I do like whenever I see a lot of people get out there and be like, oh man, like I got rainbow spooked. This is the worst ever. And I'm like, yes, I understand that and I feel that. No one wants that to happen to them. But it's like, you guys got to understand there are some people out there that have been like getting rainbow spooked for years. Right? Rip YouTube watcher. Oh no. There's still more rolls here. So I just figured I'd take the edge off with that. Oberon didn't even have gold orbs when he came in. Yeah, Oberon has an amazing animation, so I highly recommend you guys watch it. I wish they had done that sort of stuff for every pretender, and sadly they don't. That's not being a whale, that's Moby Dick. I know. I'm not surprised Cad would do that. I knew all along. Did you? I did tell people earlier today that I was gonna have the luckiest rolls possible. Nobody caught on. Kat, are you aware whose banner is currently adjacent to Oberon's? Yes. That doesn't matter. The animation is story only? Is it story only? It might be. I was gonna say I definitely am not done with story right now. So what are you chat, are you talking about are you talking about that? No, I'm definitely not touching that, okay? Also, chat, this is literally just the paidless single. That's all I did. Okay? And I did that at like midnight last night when he came out. My Oberon animation was only normal. Yeah. Well, that's sad because I'm not done with 6.3. So if that's the case, that means you guys won't get to see it here. But if my JP video of rolls exists somewhere, you guys might be able to find it. CAD posts a video and it's just 5 seconds. Hey, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be the best roll video of all time. Think of the time saved. Every YouTuber would be like, sweet. There we go, NP5. Oh, I could leave this banner now, technically, with that. So Balbon's the only one of the Fairy Knights I didn't have at NP5. Well, sorry, I don't have Melisande at NP5. But she was the one that evaded me on Morgan's banner. So definitely happy to have that. Wait, do I have more? No, we only have 5 tickets, so. That was a luck sack right there, chat. That's a 1 in 4 chance right there, even less technically, and I still got it. Streamer can't keep getting away with it. I'm happy. I don't have to pull anyone else on this banner. Did you ever end up getting Gawain back after you burned him? On JP, yeah. I don't know how Gawain ended up getting burned. I get the feeling like I rolled a copy and somehow that copy wasn't locked. And I don't know how that happened because your first copy of every 4-star is locked. So it just is a weird thing to me. I at some point, just for chat's understanding, at some point I had a Gawain years ago on JP, and this was evidenced by the fact that I had like his like strengthening and interludes unlocked but locked out because I didn't have the unit. And somehow he ended up getting burned. So I just assume at some point I scooped him whenever I was like at the end of a roll session and just didn't realize I had him. I kind of want him. Gawain's great. His damage is not great, but his personality is. I burnt JK Saber by mistake because they don't lock 4-star copies. Yeah, well, it's the first copy should be locked. Additional copies, I believe, are not, which I don't know how that happened to me, but either way. Zero Herrera, thank you for the follow. I'm back. How are the rolls so far? Excellent. We already got one of our copies. Barghest is wife material, not gonna lie. Yes. He's Buster Gorilla, he is. A QL thing that came around part 2? Yeah, I believe so, Neo. So it's possible that like the copy of Gawain that I rolled was before that. Because I started like partway through year 3. So that would have been somewhere in Epic of Remnant, I think. Well, I started with the Summer 2 rerun. I'm not sure exactly when, where, why, how that'll be, but technically correct, the best type of correct, yes. How many copies you going for? Probably just NP2 here. CAD converted Johns and waivers into a sussy bugman, yes. And yes, hello CZ, how's it going? You got lucky summoning Oberon? I got more lucky. I don't think we can even say that that's luck. I know that salted a lot of chat, but chat, that's a CAD suffer moment right there, right? Like USOing a unit is like oh god type of moment where you're just like, great, I got 10 things that I already had NP5 of. And for that, I get 1. I got Oberon, so I'm going to save up for Izumo. Nice. I did the same thing earlier today. Join the club of USO Oberon. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Nose. I probably would have saved that for Okitan Summer. Honestly, I've already got 7. Sorry, not 7. I've already got 3, so I only need 7 more to do another one. And Chad, I've already rolled to NP5 once this year. I can do it again. My 6-year-old NA account does not have a single USO. Yeah, I believe it. Like, if you don't roll a lot, it's very easy not to get one, even if you're smart with them. So, chat, I rolled a lot in my early years of FGO, and the only reason I didn't, like, that's what I think my 3rd time ever redeeming a USO. The only reason I haven't gotten more USOs is because I've just been very smart with my rolls. Like, I do not roll banners that I know I have a chance of, like, getting high frequency spooks and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I mean, it can happen with 4 stars. That's pretty unavoidable. But on 5 stars, you have the option always as to which banner you choose to roll. And especially within A, where we have that 2-year clairvoyance, I can kind of pick and choose my battles. Ah, demonic Bodhisvata. USO is for Megalodon. It takes you a long time to build them up. Even if you sit there with NP5 of every unit in the game, you still got to get spooked on any banner that you're rolling. And if you have NP5 of every unit in the game, you're not rolling banners unless there's a new unit. So at that point, it still requires you to get spooked 10 times. So also got my first MLB K-scope. Nice, congrats. I saw Trubs got one today. That was pretty awesome. Chad strictly roll for NP1. Yep, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think you can easily get away with NP1 on just about everything. Like, the only content, chat, where you're not going to be able to get away easily with an NP1 is ++ content. And that's not coming out, at least for a little bit here on NA. And even then, you don't have to do ++ content. You can just do 90 or 90+ and say, screw it, I don't care, right? Gold orbs. Seba. Ah, Potato Man. Speak of the potato and he shall appear. I would probably prefer Barcast and Balbon, only for the coins right now, because I actually have a lot of both Tristan and Gawain coins as, well, chat, it's almost like I've rolled prolifically on Camelot banners in the past or something. You know. Just maybe. It's the Potato Man? Yes. Wrong Gawain. I got 3 black grails from the banner. Dude, that's nice. Archer again. Hello, Balbon. God, that is lucky. What MP is Oberon at? NP1 so far. My haul for LB6 and Annie is NP1 Morgan, NP1 Barcast, NP1 Oberon, NP4 Tristan. Wow. NP4 Sith, NP5 Gawain with 1.8 million for NP5 Habitat. Yeah, because I'm not done with 6 yet, I have not had the opportunity to sit there and roll Habitat out, which I will not bore you guys with on stream. I will do that shit off stream. CAD rolling on a Camelot banner, like that ever happened? Yeah. Again, for those of you guys that didn't see, I posted this to Twitter, but I now have both Lartoria and Summer Lartoria done on both servers to 120. So that's pretty amazing. It's just a testament to how much like I've put into both those accounts now at this point. Perish the thought? Yeah. Only chance I have of getting a USO is if suddenly get a major raise and become a Leviathan. It can happen, but where it will happen is, again, you play the game a long time and you keep getting spooked by the same unit. I have a mod that has been spooked by, I think, according to him, it's something like NP13 or NP14 Vlad. So it can happen. Prisma Cosmos, hello. I would love to see you on my JP account. Why won't you show up? When can we roll for Happy Cat again? Once you've beaten 6.3, she will be available in the FP pool. I'm Dolphin and have NP5 Karna from Spooks. Nice. Any idea when we're getting the Morgan Spiritron dress? I believe that came out with the campaign a week into the release. That will probably still happen. So I would expect that Monday, but we'll just have to wait and see. Zadazins, thank you for the follow. Severely deficient in night metals. You'll get night metals with Neurofest, so. Oh, even 100 boxes in Neurofest will not fix my issue. What do I do? Go farm, basically. I think Camelot has the best node, but I don't remember if LV6 has a better one. It might. I have MP5 Sanzang from Spook, so if I get another. Yeah, exactly. That can happen. Like I said, I have seen free-to-play players have NP5 of a unit either through intense saving or just intense spooking. Do you have an idea when or if Neurofest will be announced? I would expect... like, my prediction, and I put out the PSA about the hunting quest, right? So we could get the hunting quest either before or after the lotto. My prediction is you're going to get the lotto first because it's overdue. They know they need to do it. And I think it's a good thing to allow people to A, have access to the free quest, and B, then immediately give them a lotto afterwards, right? So I'm going to expect that the lotto probably gets announced sometime like mid next week. And you might see it start as soon as like, again, like not next Monday, but the Monday after that. So it'll just depend. And they could overlap some too, chat, so. I was mostly free to play besides this year, topping up for Oberon and Koyan. But I'm sitting at NP4 and NP4 Orion now. God damn. Probably start the 24th, yeah. I think that's, I think it's like 24th or 25th is what I was looking at when I remember plotting it out. I really need an event. This is exactly what happened to JP. They did not have lures either. And it was a big reason why they talked about how from here on out with the append system and the coin system, because this is where it came into the game for JP, they were saying like now events will have more rewards in them. So chat, you do have that to look forward to. You're going to start getting like more lures from events and stuff, which is really nice. Yeah, USOs are terrible. USO, like, technically FGO has 2 pity systems. It's just one of those pity systems the vast majority of players will never, ever, ever partake in. Down to 5, I need them. Chat, I'm down to, I think, like 13 or 14 lures. And you might be like, well, Cad, that's still a lot. Here's the issue. I am purposely sitting on them. 1, because I knew I had Oberon coming. 2, because I'm in the middle of that Saberface run, and I might have to lure some things that I was holding off on. So I'm trying to see if I can make it through without, but yeah, maybe not. Cad, I have 0. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Happy Buster Meta Day, yes. Any Azoki-Tan coming too? Yeah, I said this before that now post Morgan Le Fay, my biggest rolls of the year coming up here is going to be Summer with Oki-Tan. I'm going to be rolling MP5 of her, so that'll be... And we're probably looking to see Summer sometime like late August, maybe early September. Down to 2, oof. Crane is 10, 9, 10, and Oberon is 9, 10, 9. Yeah. How much is too many apples? That depends on you. Some people would say, like, if they have, for instance, like 300 gold apples, that they cannot sit down and farm that all out in an event. So, like even for a lotto at that point, so they basically will just say, like, okay, well, if that's the case, then I can't, I can't actually spend it all down, right? So at that point, you could argue that you have too many, but it's up to you. There's a lot of opportunities to spend your apples coming up in the next, like, 8 to 9 months. Sunyak, thank you for the prime. Jack, can we get some love for our newest sub? I use all Apple on Lotto. That's typically what I do too. Very rarely will I ever pop an Apple outside of a Lotto, and it like odds are if I am, it's something like a hunting quest or something like that. I'll probably be popping them at Summer 6 as well this year, but that's because Summer 6 is a very unique farming opportunity. 300 gold apples, but I'm taking into account the other apples like 550. Yeah. Has a level 100 Oberon with 464 skills. Damn. Like, I mean, all that is they had Grails, they had QP, and they had Embers lying around, but they didn't have the actual materials. Here's what I don't get. How do you like a unit that much that you didn't go like, oh shit, that unit that I really want a Grail's coming up? Let me look up what his mats are and let me like start farming them. Like, I totally understand if you don't have, like, the LB6 bells or something, right? But, like, how do you run out of the other materials is what I don't get. Never do that, by the way, yeah. Rainbow apples. So, rainbow apples are not as big of a deal as people think they are. The way to think about it is it's roughly, like, 50 cents per quartz. And in the grand scheme of things, you get like 3 lotto runs, which at peak efficiency may be close to actually getting a box. So at that point, you're basically saying it's like 50 cents per lotto box. So there is a decent idea of like popping rainbow apples during a lotto, but I'm still going to say that's not for everyone. That's only for people that are enthusiasts with the game and really want to spend money on it. If you don't want to spend money on the game, rainbow apples is not worth your time. Farming weeks for Mellison Bells? Yeah. Seba. Potato. Potato. But Cad, that 1 quartz was a third of an SSR? That's true. Or that 1 quartz was a third of a Mapu tofu. Take your pick. I waited 3 years to finally get Ilya Caster and had everything ready to 100 her on 10-10-10 2K 2K. Should be ready for the servant you really like. Actually, it's funny you say that because I do know someone that also did that too, Corner. And they NP5'd their Ilya caster as a free-to-play. They managed to really pull that one out of the bag. I think I gotta convert that. Just give me 1 second, chat. Chat. You don't see that there. You're not seeing it. It's not there, okay? It's not there. You're not seeing it. Is Smug or a Moxus? Yes. Wait, where's my fragment conversion? There we go. It's so weird that you can only do that on the weekly one. Got pretty lucky, rolled Oberon 3 times for 450. That is nice. Congrats. You can just click on the fragment screen on the summoning screen to convert them. Can you? Can you? I thought that was a quality of life that they just added on JP. Huh. More you know, I guess. I've never done it that way. That is a weird silver experience card. Don't worry about it. It'll get burned. It was shadow added. Interesting. I didn't hear about that. The Oberon in your mail is like the pick of the moth waiting to be let in the house because he's a fairy. Yeah, let me go get my bug zapper. It's sitting out back on my porch. With all the meta supports now, I'm just saving everything for Arcuid. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of people just really, like, begin to hoard because this year was so rough. I think, chat, if this year has shown you guys anything, it's shown you the power of saving. But I definitely know some people that, like, came into this banner with nothing, and I know they're all going like, oh, shit, like, what do I do? Like, oh, crap, I've got nothing left. And it's why we were trying to tell people, like, hey, look, you gotta save. It's the only way. Don't we get a crazy amount of Saint Quartz from NP7? You get a crazy amount of Saint Quartz every year. It all depends on whether or not you've done the milestones. Ooh, the one who withstood pain. Is that new on mine? Yeah, I was gonna say. I have that on JP, but I don't think I have that on an A. There you go, chat. The sus himself. Oh, hold on. I was gonna block it, but good catalyst. Let's go, my song worked. Yep. Oh, baby, a double? I mean, it's possible, but probably not gonna happen. Chad, do you know why that's amazing? I didn't have to buy a pack. That's why that's amazing. Those rolls were all basically free at that point. So feels good. USO copy is the undefeated catalyst, yes. It is different? Yes, it is different. Believers prevail, indeed. I see chat wants me to roll for more. I have no reason to. It's basically just me going, nope, that's NP2 chat. That is 100% my goal. I got the Bow Bonds. Like, if I hadn't gotten Bow Bond, there may have been incentive for me to continue rolling a little bit there, but Oh, I can't even redeem him. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Hold on. Hold on. First of all, go to Noble Phantasm. Don't pay attention to some of these extra ones here, chat. Oh, it's all Lancers. There we go. Don't pay attention to some of these extra ones, chat. Let's take the Baobon. And then she should have been the only one. All of the Gawains, everything else there should be extra. But I will be careful here so as to not accidentally burn anything I don't mean to. Is there a reason to have an esports of you? Apply invincible for yourself, but evade for all allies. The problem is the invincible for self just basically ends up making that not really worth. So burn, baby, burn. All right, now I have room. Now we can pull them out. Chat, look, I got 90 coins. Okay, let's go Noble Phantasm him. Otherwise, I'll regret that somehow. The coin fix is here. Yeah, chat, just use your USOs. It's all you have to do. We USO'd, we did. What pins am I doing? Oh, that's an interesting one. Let me see here real quick. Because Oberon has an interesting setup, if I remember correctly. So Oberon's got anti-caster. You don't really want to do that. As a pretender, it's one of those deals where he's not effective against caster anyways, so it's gonna be magic energy here. It's gonna be mana loading. There's just no reason to do anything else. Ah, yes, bones. Okay, and then let me see. Do I have foes at the moment? I should. It doesn't look like they're in my inventory. Okay, default. Let's go with that. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, chat. How many do I have? We've got 15 HP foes and 1 attack foe. So boom, that is 20 there. And then do I have a way of getting 9 attack foes? Yes. And then boom, that's too full, but whatever. Sorry, I just had a weird set of foes in here due to constraints. Inventory constraints. And that should do the trick. I forgot because he didn't meet him in the story. I'll be around, but gotta go figure dinner for the kiddos, no problem. Why are these phone numbers not nice? It's just a case of like I had the ability to like pull out like part of a stack at one point with my inventory full, and so it ended up being in a weird spot. Okay, so instead of that, let's run down here. I do have some all embers, and that's pretty much what we're gonna use on him right out the get-go. I'll go ahead and throw... No, you know what? I'm gonna sit on that for just 1 second. Gonna go ahead and throw that in. You're gonna see me do a little bit of fishing here, and that's kind of why. I think some of those weird foes are a campaign thing. Yeah, it's basically like login bonuses, essentially. Alright, chat, let's see if I have the materials for Oberon. I don't know that I'm going to. I do know that I'm going to, chat. I'm joking. So, by the way, guys, you're not going to be able to see his third Ascension unless you've completed story and the interlude that comes after it. You can still ascend him all the way. I saw some confusion about that today. You can totally ascend him to his max level, his final Ascension, but you will not be able to see what that gives until the end. Until you've done all the prerequisites. So like I said, you have to complete story and the interlude. It's not like Durga release? Yes. Sad that he only has 2 Ascension arts? I know, right? Like, it's a shame. Interlude fight is super fun? Yeah. It's funny because I've seen people say it's difficult. I've seen people say it's easy. I assume it's entirely dependent on your account and whether or not you looked at something before going in. And the reason I say that is because I remember getting blindsided by it on JP, but that's just because I didn't look at it at all. He's clearly welfare. He's welfare if you have 10 USOs. Yeah. I hate the sleep mechanic. That I understand. People, like I said, I get the feeling as nice as Oberon is, as strong as he is, that once people get settled in with like lottos, some of the shine's gonna wear off, and people will have a tendency to be like, hey, you know what? It's actually just faster if I go back to like doing arts or something like that. That is kind of how it happened on JP. Like he had that like new car smell, and everyone was super happy to use them and everything. And then like the first lotto that rolled around a couple months after that, people were like, oh, okay, you know, this is nice, but I don't need it. And so it really just depends on like what you're fighting. It's quite hard to level specific Mystic Codes with Buster too. Yeah, you're basically relegated to either doing Plug Suit, and so here you go. This explains it, right? Saint Graph for stage 3 and further Ascension are sealed. This just means the actual imagery, okay? The Saint Graph, but you can still level it all the way up to the maximum Ascension. Clear the release quest available in the interludes once you've cleared 6.3. And enhance the servant to stage 4. So they're already telling you right there that you have to enhance them to stage 4 in order to be able to do it. But I guess people like were getting kind of confused about that and didn't realize that, like, no, that's still actually a thing. Feels good on fairy scales. Glad to know that. I keep falling for that same trap, chat. I'm sorry. TLDR, if you don't have your own Obi, you will never see his third art and support. Yeah. And if you guys are wondering why I'm doing wrong class embers instead of doing like all embers here, I just have a shit ton of these embers to spare is all it is. That's really all it is. Well, that was relatively pointless, but okay. Is he the first with a Spiritron interlude? I believe so. Oh, Doman. No, you're right. Yeah, I did forget about Doman. Doman has one. But Cad, we have a Zerker coming up. I know. I'm not worried. I'm not worried in the slightest, chat. You will see. So glad we have a reason to farm with Summer BB now because of bells. A reason to farm with Summer BB. Sure, yeah. I mean, like, again, you could do the joint node in Oxford there, or you can do, like, whatever you so choose, right? Like, you can farm the individual ones that are best for each individual map. It's up to you to determine which one you really want to do. I've seen some people saying that, like, they feel like they're not going to need one of the materials. With what I've looked at, I will. So that's kind of the issue that I have, is looking forward there. I'm like, no, I need a ton of these materials for like appends and stuff. So you're just going to see me farm both. I need yarn. Yeah, yarn's actually kind of problematic. All right, there you go, chat. He is max fode. He is max leveled. And let's go take care of the skills. Now, I already talked about this on the video, but there is an order you kind of want to go in on his skills. Hold on, where is he? There he is. So to me, I'm probably going to start with skill 2. I know how strong the other skills are for damage increase, but this is where all of that charge is coming from, and the charge is essential. You really desperately need it. You're not going to be doing some of the stuff without having him at 70% charge. So to me, that's where I'm going to tell you your priority is going to be this middle skill. There you go, the fruit. The fruit's a little bit nasty. I'm not going to have very much left after this. Same thing with the bells. And then the fairy scales. Itzawa Umu. Or Umu. Thank you for the 15 months. Plus S1 is flat 20%. Right. So to me, at that point, I don't know. Because it's flat, it depends on your perspective, right? I'm still going to say go with the first skill, but it really does depend. Because remember, the strength of the third skill is largely in like its ability to double up NP damage, and that is what you are leveling with this skill. So You can certainly do it like 2-3-1, but I would probably go 2-1-3. And it really just depends on your priority. Granted, I'm going to tell you this. If you guys don't have your Oberon skills max, do yourself a favor, don't put them up on support because you'll just piss someone off. It's one of those deals where it's like you don't have to have them maxed right away or anything like that, but putting them up on support too early will definitely aggravate some people, especially with a lotto coming up. That's going to be a really big issue, is like people that don't have their Koyan Sky as skills lord, people that don't have their Oberon skills lord, that sort of stuff. Currently watching your Neurofest guide. Thanks. Thank you. Be sure to thank Avalon too if you see him. He's the one that did a lot of the calculating for that. Is that not functional enough? I think people are going to kind of have to accept a lack of lures at least partway into the lotto, but after that lotto, I think people are going to be way less lenient on that sort of thing. So it is what it is. But all right, chat, there is a 10-10-10 Oberon. That easy. So I will go put the Sussy Baka up on support. Now, I kind of explained this before too, guys. The way to think about this is, like, you guys can end up having your Castoria on one setup. You can end up having your Scotty on another. Again, you could also throw like Merlin on there. You could throw Bride on there, that sort of stuff. And then your Koyan Skya on one as well. To me, though, what you want is you probably want Castoria, Koyan Skya, and from there, I'd say Scotty all on different ones. Occasionally Oberon, and what I would do is I would probably not put Oberon on the same one as Koyan Skya. I might put it on the one as Scotty, because Scotty probably doesn't need as good of a CE in most cases, because most people will not be running quick. That is unfortunate for those that want to rely on quick, but to me, I would instead say like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead on this one, on this setup, and throw Oberon in here. And the reason why is this allows you to basically say, hey, remember that really good craft essence that you might have that people really want? Instead, I can actually make sure that it's on each one of my meta supports, since you can share craft essences across your supports. So this is why, to me, it's really important to actually like have your support list kind of properly cultivated and all that stuff. So you're going to see me functionally go like that, flip-flop those craft essences there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something like Lunchtime, or again, if I manage to have a better one here. Yeah, I'll put Personal Coaching on Shisho. So if people want to still try to catch up on their master level or something like that, they can do that. It's up to you to determine what craft essences you want to put. The logic here is just sort of striate, spread around your meta supports, so that they're not all on the same support setup, so you can put your best support Cs on all of them, potentially. That is kind of what you want to do. Nobody has used my Scotty since Castoria came out. See, you don't know that though, because the game doesn't tell you like, oh, hey, here's all the other units that are getting used. You only see here is the unit that is getting used the most, which I do think they could do a better job of, but it is what it is. If you don't have tea time on Doman, you're a noob. I mean, you don't have to put tea time on Doman because you don't have to put Doman up, but there are going to be a lot of people that will be doing Doman farming, so Doman farming is a very quick and efficient method for doing things.